Hello again guys, it's me Dave from Ultimate Builder in association with DPM Brickwork. Thanks for joining me again today. Big day today, steel install. The steel is here behind me, as you can see. It's a big old boy, that, with a big plate that's been welded at the bottom and some bracing fins, as you can see there. The holes have been pre-drilled. That's for the wall plate to be screwed to, which we'll look into in a later video. The roof connection. Basically, it's been dropped and we've got to get it down this narrow entry here and round to here, where we've got this thing set up, which is the Genie lift. So the Genie lift is the go-to device machine for lifting not only steel but various other heavy components, building components, into place safely. So you've got your two forks there, as you can see. Basically this folds out, this has come, I picked this up this morning, it's gone into the back of the van, folds up. It's quite heavy in itself actually, but it folds up and fits in the back of a transit van. Folds out, put the forks on it, put the locks on the wheels, and it works on a cable, like a cable system, as you can see here, like that, and like a block and tackle ratchet type system. So the steel is going to sit on there. I've prepared the bearings already, as you can see. So that is steel height. Hopefully it'll be level. As you can see, probably there the joiners have arrived. They're going to start doing the roof. So we need this steel on so they can put the wall plate, which is the timber component which basically ties the superstructure, the blockwork, the walls, to the roof. So the steel needs to go on for that. So I'm going to do a quick time lapse of us actually. I was going to say struggling to get it round the side, the steel, but hopefully it won't be too bad. But yeah, so we're going to get that route down the side, and then I'll do another. I'll join me back for an update of actually lifting it into place with the Genie lift. Cheers guys, see you in a bit, bye. Welcome back everyone, I'm Dave from Ultimate Builder in association with DPM Brickwork. Hopefully you've watched the previous time lapse of the steel install on this domestic kitchen extension. As you can see, we've got this big boy in here, thanks to Pete and James from PGG Construction for giving us a lift in, and yourself, the cameraman Rob, sir, for getting this big fella in. This steel has been specified this size because of the 400 overall wall, or it's probably about 410 overall. So therefore the weight of it comes, a lot of it, from this steel plate that's been welded on the bottom. Ironically, that steel plate is only carrying one courser block on the outside, so it's not actually carrying any load as such. The load of the roof, the wall plate, is carried by this steel on the inside here, and on that, just looking at it, you might be able to see where I've had these holes pre-drilled on the top flange of the steel, so the wall plate can be bolted to it or screwed to it or whatever, to give so it's tight, the wall plate's fixed to it, because you don't want that wall plate floating about on top, especially because the span's probably, I think it's 4.1 metres, so it doesn't want to be flapping about, even though the load of the roof would probably hold it down. This here is a Genie lift, especially for, I mean, you don't, not just for steel, but you can lift other things with it. But this is the industry sort of go-to for lifting beams in. Quite a simple tool. It folds up as well, goes into the back of a transit van. A little bit of setting up to it, but not, you know, pretty straightforward. You've got to watch it with these. There's different sizes of these for different sizes of steel, so you've got to watch that you get the right one. There's bigger ones than this that will lift bigger steels. I think they do a smaller one as well, but I've never used it. This is the sort of average size. Works on like a ratchet cable system. Forks on the front. Once you've got everything balanced up, you lock the wheels off, put the steel on. It's all about organisation, putting the steel in properly, getting everything right, and then once that's in place, we can ratchet that up. The machine takes the load of it, get it up to the height of the bearing height, and then hopefully with a bit of luck we can just incrementally push it forward and sit the beam onto the bearings. So I think we'll cut to a time lapse of this, and we'll get back to you after that. Cheers. Hi again all, me Dave, Ultimate Builder. We've got the steel in now, sitting there nicely, thank goodness for that. It's a big old piece of metal that's just floating above there now, sat on the walls. It's always very, always a little bit sort of touch and go when you're putting something like that up. Such a big weight above your head, above everyone's head for that matter. That's where the Genie, as you can see, it's folded back up now. That's when the Genie lift comes into its own then, getting the steel up. As you can see, it's sat straight on there, no need for packing, because I've levelled it with a laser. Straight on. Lads are just cleaning off there, ready to put their wall plate on now. Nice and level. Holes there in the top, ready for bolting the wall plate too. Big old piece of steel. So that's it for me for now. We'll be back just to finish this job off shortly. Thanks for joining us, please subscribe.